What's up, y'all? It's your girl Z and baby Kyrie, and I am going to tell you a story, and I am going to tell you Kyrie's birth story. Yeah, we're gonna talk about you, Kai. All right. Well, I'm start off by saying that I was induced. Was induced. He was supposed to be born April 14th, but I was induced April 12th, and that's when he came. Okay, so my last appointment, I went to the doctor or whatever. That was my last appointment, but he talked to me. Talked to me about induction because I was running. My blood pressure was high, so that was a concern. So he decided he wants to induce me, and plus I wanted to meet my baby earlier. Then I didn't want to go over my due date, so I was like, yeah, I can dig being induced. You know, I heard a lot of stories saying, oh well, if you induced, it hurt. What? Hold on, let me try to fix this camera. That's not better, but anyways, I heard lots of stories saying, oh, if you be induced, the labor pain is gonna hurt worse and all this and blah blah blah. So, you know, like, I understood that. I mean, birth, labor, and delivery it hurts, period. So I'm thinking like, nah, it's not gonna be that bad. Like, I really want to meet my baby. And so that night we went in the hospital at 5 o'clock, 5:30, around that time. And so after that, I was admitted and everything to a room and stuff. So they wanted to get my they wanted to start me an IV so I could go ahead and start Pitocin or whatever. Everything didn't go as smoothly or anything like that. I had to get stuck with, I tried to start an IV probably 7 or 8 times because my veins were so small. Like, it took them forever just to start an IV, so before I can get my Pitocin or whatever. And they started an IV up here. They tried here, over here, up here. So I finally got it. Oh, I got it here. I finally got it here. And so, what you doing? And so after I got my IV, that I started Pitocin, and everything was, I was having, you know, contractions, but they weren't bad contractions or whatever. A back check. The night before my appointment, my last appointment was on Monday. On Tuesday, I started having contractions that night, and they were kind of intense, but they wasn't as bad to where I'm thinking like, oh, my water finna break or anything like that. So yeah, so I just went to sleep, and you know, then okay, back to the hospital. And so after they got everything started, you know, my contractions, they weren't that bad, but you know, they were there. So, you know, I think I waited like a couple hours before, you know, really anything happened. I was tired as I don't know what. I was tired when well, you don't know. But when I say I was tired, I had never been that tired in my life. Like, it seemed like I haven't gotten any sleep for what, days, seemed like. But for some reason I couldn't go to sleep. I was so tired, but I couldn't go to sleep. So I'm like, well, just forget it. You know, I ain't finna try to go. Then plus people kept coming in, like visitors and stuff, so I had to stay up and entertain them, you know, or whatever. You know, I didn't want to go to sleep on all the people that was coming to see me and stuff like that. So I stayed up. And like, or I want to say like around 7 or 8 o'clock. 7 or 8. I think it was probably late 7, early 8. And if that makes sense, but that's when my doctor came and broke my water. And after my water was broken, when I kid you not, like, I try to be strong. I'm thinking like, dang, this stuff really do hurt. I'm like, it hurt so bad, like I wanted to cry. And you know, it's just, it was, I know. Keo, grab me some. Kyrie just threw up in the. Grab me this towel right here.
What's up?
That's not funny.
You nasty.
Let me get Kai cleaned up real fast.
What's funny?
That's funny.
I was one of the visitors, by the way.
Yeah. Well, Keo wanted me to tell you he was one of my visitors. Okay, now that we got that out the way. Thank you, Kyrie. Okay, now that we got that out the way, hold on. There we go. So after that, after when my water was broken and everything, my contractions were coming back to back. Like, soon as after I get done having one, I didn't even have enough time to breathe before I was having another one. So I'm like, y'all gotta call down there and get my epidural. So I don't want to feel this. So I made the phone call. Well, not phone call. I made the call and then asked for my epidural or whatever. So it was, you know, epidural was not that bad. I actually kind of enjoyed it. I mean, sounds weird. I'm not afraid of needles, so it wasn't that bad. I mean, like, smooth sailing to me. So after I got my epidural, I was okay. I could talk, I could laugh, and you know, I was still having contractions back to back, but they kind of slowed down after a while of having my epidural, but they weren't as intense, or if they was, I didn't feel it. Well, yeah, they were intense because Malik was telling me that they were. He was watching a little contraction thing, so he was telling me that they were kind of intense or whatever, but I couldn't feel them, so I was straight. And so they, you know, like they always, the nurses had to check, see how far I was dilated. I was dilated to probably a 6 or 7 or something like that. So it was moving along pretty fast. Like, I know some people who get epidurals or whatever. I mean, not epidurals, but have to be induced. I know sometimes the labor kind of can be delayed because the Pitocin can stop your contractions or whatever, something like that. But in my case, it wasn't that. It moved pretty quickly or whatever. And so, like, around, I think, like, they were doing that, the nurses were doing their job, but it seemed like it took them longer to come back to my room to check me or whatever. And then the last time they came and checked me, I was at a 10, so it was time for me to start pushing and everything. And so I pushed for probably, like, no, I got the times wrong, 8 something, because I pushed for about an hour or whatever, and then, like, the last push, he was ready to come, so they had to page my doctor and everything. And so we're not about to cut up. So after that, you know, after my doctor was paged, it was, you know, I pushed, and when he came or whatever, I pushed once or twice. I pushed twice and he was out. Like, it went by pretty fast. Like, I thought it was gonna be kind of long. Like, I've heard about people, especially people that have been induced, they have like slow and you know, slow a progression or whatever, but in my case it was very, very fast. And so, and he was born in 9/12, and that was like when he was born, he wasn't crying. He wasn't crying at all. Like, kind of scared me because, you know, like they had to spank him and everything. He'll make a noise, but he wouldn't cry. And so I'm thinking, like, so they had to I couldn't even do skin to skin because they had to take him off. And I'm thinking, like, you know, everybody done left me in a bed by myself. So I'm thinking, like, I'm crying. I'm like, is my baby okay? Like, y'all rushed my baby off. I didn't even get to see him. Like, is he all right or whatever? But he was fine. He just, I guess he wasn't ready to come out just yet, but he was fine. He just didn't cry. He didn't cry at all, matter of fact. He was a great baby. The only time he would cry was when he was hungry, and that's normal. But he didn't cry because of just to cry. He was a good old baby. And like, I actually missed staying in the hospital. I actually wanted to do it all over again, like just to give birth to him just one more time, because it's like that was the best moment of my life, actually, because childbirth, like, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. It's an ugly sight, but it's very, very beautiful. And if mama could give birth to you all over again, she would. She would. And he like, I ain't going back in there. But that's pretty much it. It's really, I wish I could have recorded some of it, but I didn't. I really wasn't worried about nobody recording anything. I just wanted to meet him, and that's pretty much it, or whatever. It really, like, I know you'd be like, dang, you didn't do nothing else. No, not at all. He came pretty quickly, so it really was no complications other than, you know, I got scared that he wasn't crying or anything. And after they got him crying and everything, he peed everywhere on everybody. I'm just glad I wasn't the one he peed on. Oh, he do it now. Now he does. But he was a good baby. He's advanced. He's growing the way he's supposed to grow. And he's 4 months now, so he's a good baby. He have his daddy. Boy, y'all, he's just like his daddy. He's stubborn. He have attitude problems. So, and then I get everybody be like, oh, he look just like his daddy. I'm thinking, like, shut up, just shut up. Like it be making me mad. Like, I mean, of course he gonna look like his daddy, but dang, he can't have not 1 inch of feature of me. Like, he got dimples though. I have deep dimples, so he have deep dimples as well. But he have 2, only have 1. So I think.
Did you know you can grow dimples?
Boy.
Oh, Dad, I said you can grow dimples.
How can you grow dimples?
Like, you can get dimples over time. Like, say if you're not born, you can get them like.
Do you know what dimples are?
An indent in your cheek.
No, it's a deformation.
Man, I ain't know. It might be a deformation, but.
Well, thank you guys for listening, for watching, and be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel and comment whatever video that you want us to do next. And we will do them for you, and that and more. So thank you guys for watching, and yeah, follow me on Instagram and follow Malik on Instagram. My Instagram name is Zeebreeze, ZEEBREEZ, and my Snapchat is Z_red. Say bye-bye.